I don't usually review indie games with the same respects, but due to the overwhelming popularity this game has received, I will make a special exception. When I first heard about Five Nights at Freddy's, I wasn't sure what to make of it. I didn't understand how a series of jump scares and ear rape could possibly be considered the scariest game ever. Is it really a gem in the horror genre, or is it just a fad until something else comes along? After finally buying it from the App Store and playing it for a bit, I can safely say that it did make me shout in terror a few times, but I'm not entirely sure I can say it's the scariest thing ever. Well, at least when compared with other games like PT. Anyway, there's not much in the way of story in Freddy's, but the setup is very straightforward. You play as an overnight security guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, which is sort of a Chuck E. Cheese-like place with fun animatronic characters who entertain children. At night, the four characters come to life and roam freely around the place, and they are after you because they believe that you are a robotic endoskeleton not in costume, so if they catch you, they will forcefully stuff you inside of a Freddy suit, killing you in the process. That's not explicitly shown, but it doesn't mean the thought still isn't there. You remain inside the office at all times, and all you can do is switch between security cameras to keep watch over the characters, and closing the electronic doors if they get close, because should they get inside, game over. The major catch is that everything you do uses a power which you are limited on, so you need to plan your actions carefully to conserve as much as you can until 6 AM in game. I will say that this is a pretty unique gameplay setup with a familiar premise, and it does capture some of what the horror games are meant to do. Give a sense of vulnerability and paranoia, as well as creepy imagery and an occasional. To make these jump scares the core of the horror and actually work in its favor isn't easy, but it succeeded and found a great way to have me scared and desperately trying to prevent them from ever happening. If I had to say anything bad about it, it would be that I already knew what to expect going in, and so did a lot of other people, so its popularity does work against it in a way. If you haven't played it yet, it would be best if you did and didn't have anyone else's influence, so if that's you and you like horror games, then you might like it, as it is not for the faint of heart. But if you had the same opinion I did at first, then I dare you to survive Five Nights at Freddy's.